Hi, I'm Ellen Lewis from Crazy for You, and I want to tell you a story. I was talking to a friend of mine who practices yoga, and he meditates, and he was telling me about his experience with meditation and how he uses beads for meditating to kind of provide a mantra for him. And we were talking, and I was listening, and of course I was knitting, which I'm always doing. And it sounded so intriguing, you know, the meditation with the beads and whatnot. And I said, wow, maybe I should get some meditation beads. Maybe that would help me. And he laughed and he said, Ellen, you don't need meditation beads. You knit. Knitting provides the same kind of focus, the same thing to focus on that you have when you're meditating. I know that you've heard that the mind is a monkey, or that we have a monkey mind, and that's so true. And I think for a lot of us it's very hard to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to meditate now, because we're anxious and, you know, type A people or whatever. It can be really hard to just sit there and meditate. You feel like you're not doing anything. But that's a nice aspect of knitting, is that you can find stillness and you can be quiet and calm and relaxed, but not feel like you're just sitting there and that you're wasting your time. You're actually accomplishing something. You're making those stitches and you're growing the fabric while you are experiencing mindfulness and stillness and calm. One of the things that I really like best about the shop and having people in is that we sit around the table, you know, all of us together, and what we share is a love of knitting. You know, these are our people who have come together. They would probably not cross paths in ordinary life. You know, they work in different places, they're different ages, different other interests, but because of this shared love of knitting, we come together at the table and, you know, we talk about stuff. You know, we talk about our life and we share our projects and we share ourselves. And I think that's such an important aspect of mental health, in that when you feel like you have a community where you can share your troubles or you can just be heard, I think is really, really powerful. And I love that that we've been able to provide that for the knitting community. People come to knitting for all kinds of reasons. You know, a lot of times they have a new baby or a new grandbaby and they want to make something for that special person in their life. But a lot of times people come to knitting simply because they want to experience that kind of calm. Whether they have knit before and they just want something simple that's going to relax them, or, you know, sometimes they're in a difficult spot. Maybe they've had a loss, or there's been a trauma and they just need something else to focus on, something a little more challenging. So if you think that you would enjoy knitting, I would love to see you in the shop. I would be happy to teach you. And we have lessons and classes for knitters of all skill levels. I'm looking forward to being in person again. We had a really wonderful day where we looked at mindfulness, not just in the knitting, but kind of across everything. We had a lovely practitioner come in, and she did journaling and mindful knitting, and we had a lunch and we did a little bit of mindful eating, and that was really kind of fun. It tied the knitting and the whole mindfulness aspect kind of together, and I'm really excited. Look for something like that coming in, well, I guess in the fall when we are able to be in person. If you're interested in getting started knitting or getting back into knitting, we would love to see you in our shop, which is downtown right next to the post office, or you can visit our website, www.crazyforyou.com. I hope to see you one day soon.